Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning everyone. Welcome back to English class with me, Mr. Aizad. As for today, we are going to continue with our lesson 3. But before we start, I want you to stay focused and please lend me your ears. I want you to stay focused and please lend me your ears. So now, let's start with our lesson. For today's lesson, we are going to learn about verb to be. So for today's lesson, we are going to learn about verb to be. So as you all know, verb is something that you do. For example, swimming, reading, cooking, sleeping, or eating. Basically, anything that you do is called as a verb. But for today, we are going to learn about verb to be. So what is verb to be? Okay, so let's proceed to the next slide. Okay, verb to be is one of the auxiliary verb which consists of to be, to have and to do. Okay, so to be ni adalah salah satu daripada auxiliary verb. So apa benda auxiliary verb ni? What is auxiliary verb? Auxiliary verb is a helping verb which help the main verb. Okay, so auxiliary verb ni adalah kata kerja penolong yang mana dia menolong kata kerja yang asal. So under auxiliary verb, there are 3 things. Okay, so to be, to have and to do. But as for today, we are going to focus on verb to be. So to be is a verb used to describe something or someone. Okay, so verb to be ni digunakan untuk menggambarkan sesuatu ataupun seseorang. Okay, so awak mesti ingat, verb to be is a verb used to describe something, sesuatu or someone, seseorang. Next, to be verb comes after a noun or pronouns in a sentence. Okay, so awak perlu ingat, verb to be ni datang selepas nouns, itu kata nama, or pronouns, kata ganti nama di dalam ayat, in a sentence. So, you must remember, to be verb comes after a noun or pronoun in a sentence. To be verb is also divided into 3 categories. Okay? To be verb ni dibahagikan kepada 3 kategori, which are am, is and are. Okay? Am, is and are. Okay, so those are the 3 categories under verb to be, and it also comes in 2 forms of tenses. Okay, so verb to be ni datang dalam 2 bentuk tenses, which are present tense and past tense. Okay, so awak perlu ingat, there are 3 categories, ada 3 kategori, am, is and are, dan juga 2 form of tenses. Ada 2 bentuk tenses, iaitu present tenses and past tense. Okay, now let us continue with present tense. There are 3 categories under present tense, which are am, is and are. So let us look which pronoun goes under which category. I, he, she, it, you and they. Okay, so as you can see, I goes under am. Meanwhile, he, she and it goes under is, and you and they goes under are. So you must remember, whenever you find I, it must followed by am. You cannot use I is. Okay, you cannot use I is or I are. It goes the same with he, she, it. You cannot use he am, she am, it am, and also you must followed by are. Okay, the simple things to remember, untuk ingat lebih mudah, Kalau plural, you and they ni kan plural, so you must use are. Meanwhile, he, she, it ni singular, so awak guna is. Tapi I ni adalah special sikit. Special dia guna am je. Am ni boleh gunakan untuk I sahaja. Okay, faham? Okay, sekarang kita tengok untuk, let us look at past tense. Okay, past tense, there are only two categories, which is was and were. Was and were. So, kita tengok pronouns mana yang masuk. Okay, I, he, she, it, okay, goes under verb was. Meanwhile, you and they goes under verb were. Okay, so you must remember, singular must followed by was. Meanwhile, plural must followed by were. Okay. Now let us look at example of sentences for present tense. Okay, I am a prefect. Okay, so I am a prefect. I ni adalah singular. So tadi kita dah cakap kan, I ni special sikit, so dia hanya boleh guna am. I je boleh guna am ni, so I am a prefect. Okay, next. He is my neighbor. Okay, so he ni singular, so it must followed by is. Okay, singular verb. The next one is they are twin. They are twin. So they ni adalah plural, ramai. So it must followed by are. So they are twins. Okay, next example of sentences for past tense. I was late yesterday. Okay, so I, it must followed by was. The wall was painted by them. Okay, the wall was painted by them. And the last one is they were reading book. They, plural, must followed by were. So they were reading books. Okay, so that's all for today. Okay, after this I will give an exercises through Google Form, so you may answer, and please copy all notes, write down all notes in your exercise book, and also the question in Google Form. Please rewrite the question in Google Form in your exercise book. Okay, that's all for today. Assalamualaikum.